Is the mic even on? Yeah. Today I'm just everywhere. Today I'm just everywhere.
Much of that chat would have been about the space that Cornelius found for that close-range header. But fans of all ages have been richly rewarded at this FIFA World Cup 2026 with a tournament that's averaged almost 3 goals per game. First one here, now that we've reached the knockout phase, would be so important. Bagazi. Richie Laria. Turns neatly. Miller. Time and space for Bombito. South Africa edging the possession so far. They only have 31% in their final group match, that crucial win over Korea Republic. So another team who always want the ball. We've talked about the pace and energy they've got. They transition really well, just like Canada do at their best. Cornelius. Bombito. Saliba. Quickly closed down. It's not a pass that's going to bring anything for South Africa. The wide pass, I think, was on rather than one down the middle.
Well, it had to be played quickly. Mogopa moves offside.
Mokoena. Driving force in midfield for South Africa. Ocon. Patient possession at the back from South Africa.
Well, I am slightly surprised that Canada aren't pressing higher. I'm sure they would have looked at that first game against Mexico, the joy the Mexicans got from pressing and causing some mistakes in that back line. The crowd are recognising it as well.
They're going to pick their moments, Canada. Modiba sees his cross charged down. Here's Mokoena. Excellent cross. Just travels through in the end to Crepeau. Miller.
Down.
Mudau has played Miller pretty well so far.
It's been a good battle, hasn't it? Down that side.
Look, that will come, in fact, sponsorship, brand deal after the World Cup. That man took his way throughout the whole game. He failed, he still got the
Johnston. Bombito.
Get up. Come on. Inside.
These two nations have only met once before, some years ago, in a friendly in Durban, which South Africa won. Jonathan David doing well. Saliba's pass looking for Miller, cut out easily by Mudau.
I think that's been Canada's issue, isn't it? That final pass being cut out by a good defensive unit South Africa have. So every pass has to be accurate.
The boy.
South Africa have rather gone under the radar in recent years. It was until the 74-year-old Belgian Hugo Broos took over. Johnston, excellent challenge from Applelis. Covering the left back really well there, the winger. He took South Africa to the latter stages of AFCON. Not long after taking over, Hugo Broos is the longest serving head coach in South Africa's football history. 5 years in the job now. Says he will retire at the end of this one. Mind you, he said I said that at 60. What good years he's had in the 14 years that have elapsed since. He will leave the head coach role, but there is some talk about taking up another role, maybe a scouting position with the South African Federation. All to be determined. But they'll miss him.
Well, evidence in this tournament what he's built and the structure around the side.
Poor pass. Bobbled up hungrily by Saliba. And it's routine in the end for
Williams is there.
Oluwaseyi was with the strike. Mokoena with the mistake. That's what Mexico did so well.
Lovely ball inside the full-back here.
Come on.
Laria's pace was important there because he was just on the wrong side for a split second or two. It is a South Africa corner.
Well, with a little bit more confidence, Maseko really should have driven on, struck with the right foot. Oluwaseyi with the attempt, trying to catch Williams out. Good positioning from the goalkeeper and nice handling.
Inside.
South Africa winning the initial header, but nothing comes from that. And we remain goalless in Los Angeles. Canada, incidentally, today becoming the first host nation to play a World Cup match outside of their own country. Very much wanted to stay in Canada. You won't be surprised to hear that defeat in their final group match. That they finished runners-up in Group B. South Africa runners-up in Group A to Mexico. Who've looked very good at this World Cup. So too of the reigning world champions Argentina and France. As South Africa press now with Apolis. And it's excellent defending from the man who is generally seen as Canada's best defender, Bombito.
Yeah, you can see why he's come straight back into the side, can't you? Excellent body position defensively.
It was adjudged to have been a last touch off South Africa there, so goal kick given in the end. Well, the World Cup will always bring its shocks and surprises. Shock felt by Turkey to go out at the group stage. Also Uruguay. Standouts, Cabo Verde, in their first ever World Cup, making the round of 32, lying in wait. The world champions Argentina. What a reward for a tremendous performance. Some excellent round 32 games to look forward to as well. Brazil, Japan stands out, as does Netherlands and Morocco, and that lies in wait for the winners of this. Netherlands or Morocco, or either South Africa or Canada next. Miller. Saliba. Ocon. Happy enough to try the trick. I'm not sure Hugo Broos will want to see too much more of that in the position he was.
Well, I've got to say, South Africa out of possession have been absolutely outstanding. They've really asked the question, is your touch good enough of the Canada players? It hasn't been so far because they just haven't let them settle at all into any sort of rhythm.
Free kick against Sitole.
I think that's called letting him know you're there. Sitole. You see Ocon. Some calm defending also.
Saliba was really shaken up by that. Dwayne de Rosario, former Canadian international. Heading towards the final 5 minutes of normal time in this first half at the Los Angeles Stadium. The opening match of the knockout stage of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Johnston. It's over-aggressive from Mbagati on Oluwaseyi.
Yeah, just sometimes you can't win the ball. He'd done enough there, he'd done really well just to take Oluwaseyi away from goal. Doesn't need to try and win the ball there, and it's given Canada an excellent position to deliver from the set piece.
It will be the captain, Stephen Estacchio.
What up, my 012? What's up, brother?
They've already had one free kick from which they ought to have scored from. Can they deliver this time? Referee with a keen eye on the jostling in there. That won't trouble Bronwyn Williams.
Well, he was again in the action. So difficult when there's so many bodies there to angle the header. Bouncing up and over off the top of his head.
South Africa dropping into this slow possession, ball at the feet of Williams. Bodies tumbling everywhere, but referee says play on.
And it was Bombito took a heavy fall, clattered into. We're yet to really see that genuine bit of quality in the game. Plenty of endeavour, plenty of energy on both sides, but lacking in a bit of quality and a bit of bravery, I think, in these high-pressurised games.
Just feel there's threat for both teams from the wide areas. Miller trying to provide that now. Johnston. Seen more of Miller than we have of Buchanan. Two wingers for Canada today. Well, it was the right back, Alistair Johnston, on the end of that, and it very nearly worked out. Talk about a wandering fullback, Alistair Johnston there. Corner Canada.
Got himself involved, didn't he? Johnston did the right thing. Not really the movement that was required there from the two forward players.
Stuckio with the corner, plays his club football in MLS in this city with LAFC. A mixture of man-to-man and zonal marking here from the South Africans.
Hey! Hey! You went, hey! Yo!
It was a combination of maybe goalkeeper and defender on the line, but Canada close once more.
Oh, an incredible scramble, wasn't it? Of course, everything will have to be looked at because there was bodies and arms everywhere. Williams was out of the play. Outstanding in there, the block, and then brilliant, brave goalkeeping from Williams taking it in the stomach.
Yes.
Brilliant. On the line. Just bravery everywhere from the South Africans.
Bombito, the man denied by Modiba. Goalkeeping too from Bronwyn Williams. And certainly Canada have created the best of the chances so far. Cornelius. Space now for Laria. Miller ahead of him. Here's Liam Miller, promoted to the English Premier League last season with his club Hull City. Oh, now then, that's a risky challenge. Canada asking the question of the Portuguese referee, João Pinheiro, but it looked a lazy waft to the left from the South African defender. Maria went down. Canada want the penalty. Nervy moments for South Africa. VAR check.
Well, he seemed pretty confident. Pinheiro, the referee, stepped across.
No, but we touched the ball.
There. Where he's looking to cross, of course he is. It's just whether it's deemed the contact actually comes from Maria as he swings his leg around I think the referee's got this absolutely spot on. There wasn't really a challenge there. Laria's leg has gone in between Mudea's. But naturally, in my opinion.
Yes, I think Mudea there plants his leg before the contact came.
Oh, no, it's not.
VAR check is continuing here. Carlos Del Cerro Grande of Spain in charge of VAR here in LA today. Still in the ear of the Portuguese referee, João Pinheiro. It appears now the check is over. We remain goalless, heading towards half-time.
You see this guy checks VAR, man. And goes, and then you put. Oh, no, we good. We good. Yeah!
Saliba. We've gone with time to go back to Williams. Lunchtime kickoff here in Los Angeles. Day is getting a little warmer. It was 20 degrees centigrade at kickoff time. It's gone up by 3 or 4 degrees, I would think, now, but no problems for the players out here. Here's Oliver Shea.
No, Lord, let this 3 minutes just end, bro.
He should have opportunity himself once into traffic.
Put down. You get this guy, he's really cost us the game. Hey, send that thing forward. Why did you do that, brother?
Gets the free kick.
Buy us time. Buy us time.
Nadal, who
buy us time.
took the knock. Probably the referee's whistle was in his favour. There's a minimum of 3 additional minutes added on, and that time is now concluded. So it's a goalless first half, but Jesse Marsh will be bemoaning the chance in particular for Derek Cornelius, a close-range header, but no power in it. It was an easy save for Ronwen Williams. South Africa have had their moments too in and around the Canadian goal, but Pippo has not had a difficult save to make thus far. Two pretty evenly matched sides in the first match in the round of 32 at the FIFA World Cup 2026. 0-0 at the break.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna try to fix my thing. I'm gonna lie, sometime.